Well, Jordanna, I feel like we're just scratching the tip of the surface, and I know there's so much more to talk about, but we're running out of time on our show. So I want to have you back on here in the future to kind of go deeper on this with me. But in the meantime, if we could kind of summarize this like 3 action steps, like you talked about, if people want to start on this in their journey to increasing their mental health with this issue, the perfectionist paradox, how could you summarize that in 3 action steps, so to speak?
I'm going to recap 2 and I'm going to give you a new one. So
Okay,
1,
great.
draw your critic. Draw your critic and
Right.
start
I love
imagining
it.
that voice coming from this separate being. 2, start giving yourself these self-compassionate messages. Again, you won't believe it. Imagine what you would say to a dear friend in your shoes and practice even when you don't believe it. Over time, it will grow stickier. The critic's voice will get less powerful. And the third one is, and this is different, we haven't talked about this yet, identifying what your core values are. So what is really most important to you? Because perfectionists often lose sight of their values because they become so consumed by their fear. And so perfectionists are never really playing to win. They're always really just playing not to lose. So they're playing to avoid feeling more shame and anxiety than they're already carrying around with them. And that's a really unsatisfying feeling because we never actually feel that pride and achievement. When we get something, we just kind of recalibrate, feel some relief that we didn't fail and embarrass ourselves, and then set the goalpost further. But if we can identify what our core values are, which is different from our fear of failure or fear of not looking good, and set that as our motivation for whatever we want to do in our work. So whether it's growth, whether it's providing for our family or love, or whether it's learning or leadership, whatever it is, and we set that as the goal, as opposed to avoiding embarrassment or avoiding failure, then we can actually start playing to win as opposed to just this playing not to lose. So that's the last step, because I've been telling you what not to do, what not to strive for, what not to do. But how can we still motivate ourselves? And it's through that values-based motivation that we can push ourselves to excel in a different way, which is not only healthier, also actually way more effective.
That's great, Jordanna.